most dangerous zodiac signs, unsolved mystery of the world late 1960s. The cities along America's west coast were calm, wrapped in the routine of ordinary life. But suddenly, as if rising from the depths of darkness, emerged a shadow. A killer with no face, no identity, only a symbol of terror. His name, the Zodiac Killer. No one knew who he was or where he came from, but his acts were precise. Killing, spreading fear, and keeping himself alive through a horrifying game. December 20, 1968, on a quiet road in Vallejo, two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, sat parked in their car. They had no idea this would be their last night alive. Out of the darkness, a stranger appeared. No words, no warning, just the cold sound of gunshots. David was killed instantly. Betty tried to run, but the bullets found her too. No robbery, no known personal vendetta, only death, carefully orchestrated like the opening move of a sinister game. Just months later, on July 4th, 1969, another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, were attacked. Again, the same pattern. A man approached their car and opened fire. Darlene died. Michael survived, but even his testimony brought no clear answers. The attacker looked ordinary. Nothing unusual, but this time the killer didn't remain silent. Within days, 3 major newspapers received anonymous letters, each containing strange ciphers and a chilling declaration. This is the Zodiac speaking. In the letters, he claimed he enjoyed killing. One decoded message read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more exciting than killing wild game in the forest." But the most terrifying line was, "Man is the most dangerous animal of all." Through his letters, the Zodiac invited the entire city into a twisted game. He dared the public. Break his code, and you'll know who he is. But despite countless attempts, the full code was never cracked. To this day, his Z340 cipher, made up of 340 symbols, remains shrouded in mystery. People began to wonder, was this just a killer or a psychological warrior using fear as his weapon? September 27th, 1969, Lake Berryessa. 2 college students, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, were enjoying a peaceful afternoon. Suddenly, a bizarre sight. A man approached, dressed entirely in black with a large hood over his head, emblazoned with the infamous Zodiac cross symbol. He claimed to be an escaped convict who needed money and a car, but it was all a lie. He tied them up, then stabbed them brutally. Cecilia died. Brian miraculously survived, becoming yet another living witness. The most chilling part? The Zodiac himself called the local police and confessed to the crime. October 11th, 1969, San Francisco cab driver named Paul Stein was shot dead. This time it was different. There were witnesses. Police finally had a description. A sketch was made. But a tragic mistake led them to search for a black suspect instead. That error gave the Zodiac the perfect window to escape. But killing wasn't his only weapon. Zodiac knew that fear itself was power. He wrote letters threatening to shoot school children. He even sent bomb-making instructions to newspapers. The police and public lived under the shadow of an invisible enemy. Zodiac was no longer just a killer. He had become the master of fear. After 1970, his presence slowly faded. His final letters became erratic. Sometimes strange film reviews, sometimes bizarre messages like, "I am not sick, I am insane." By 1974, The Zodiac vanished completely, and that silence made him even more terrifying. Did he die, or did he simply vanish into society under a new identity? There were many suspects, the most notable, Arthur Lee Allen. There were partial pieces of evidence against him, but nothing concrete. Even DNA testing failed to confirm his guilt. Some believe the Zodiac was a lone killer. Others think it was the work of a group. In 2020, a team of cryptographers finally cracked the Z340 cipher, revealing this eerie message: "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." But his identity? Still unknown, the Zodiac killer reminds us. Some mysteries may never be solved. Some shadows will always remain. Perhaps he's still alive. Perhaps he's among us, watching from the crowd with a quiet, cruel smile. He wasn't just a killer. He was an architect of terror, a symbol of eternal mystery. His shadow still haunts the pages of history, our imagination, and maybe reality itself. If you love true crime, unsolved mysteries, and dark history, subscribe now to History's Hidden Vault. New stories every week that reveal the chilling secrets time tried to bury.